guys, and welcome back. This is Chosenarchitect, and today we're jumping back into some more All the Mods 7 to the Sky. Hope you guys are ready. So, starting off, I have some things that I want to fix with my applied logistic system. So, where I've left off, I have been thinking that this whole time that this stuff cannot be crafted inside of my system. All of the stuff involving the Project E. So utilizing the Philosopher's Stone, right? Apparently, that's not the case. Apparently, all this stuff can be crafted if we take a look at Project E here. Apparently, I can craft this. So let's just go ahead and remap some of these things. So, for example, charcoal is something that can be done. To get this to work, I have to put the one that I have in my inventory in here. And then this should technically work. So with this, I'm going to go ahead and test out, is this going to work? I've just set up a crafting process for dark matter, and it might take a little moment, but after all the processes happen, we should end up with one. I think, oh, there it is. Yes. Okay. Oh my gosh. That is going to make things so much easier moving forward. So I don't have to do it all by hand. I've been stuck doing it by hand. I didn't know these things. I haven't used applied logistics in a long time. Now, with that out of the way, let's talk about what today's episode is really going to be focused on. And that is going to be bees. Yes, productive bees. We are diving into the bee. We're probably going to be on this for a few episodes, I think, as things get progress forward, but we are going to have to get into this mod. And I'm pretty excited because it's actually kind of different. Another bee mod that sort of mixes what seems like resourceful bees with good old forestry bees is sort of what this seems to me like, as there are gene modification stuff going on here, all kinds of cool stuff. So how do we get started in this mod? Well, first, I think we should build an area that is going to make it easier to house said bees. And I'm going to be building that area, of course, in the Twilight Forest. I think this is still going to me, be considered a magic set mod. And so, I think housing bees, I don't know, over here, and creating a big area for the bees is going to work out perfectly. We're going to make a pretty large structure for this, I think. So I have this large area cleared out over here, and this is going to be potentially where things are going to start. I don't know how big to put this area or make this area, because unlike all these other mods I'm kind of familiar with, this one, I just don't know how much room I'll need. Probably way more than I think I'm going to need. But let's go ahead and get started. So to do this, there's a few different ways that we can actually get started. And it tells us right here, we are going to need to get a bee. Now there's, of course, I believe there's more ways than this to get a bee, at least starting out, but ex nihilo is going to be pretty easy. I'm pretty sure I say this wrong. But either way, this is how I've always said it. We could potentially spawn a bee this way with a buzzing doll. So this is one way to get one. And then there's also the vanilla way, which it says a birch or oak sapling grown within 2 blocks of a flower has a 5% chance to grow a hive. Now I'm not quite sure if I can do bees here. I don't know if twilight counts as daytime. I don't really know. So that is going to be a challenge. So I might have cleared this area out and we can't do it here. I just thought about that. I don't know if this is going to work because bees don't really work at night. And I just don't know if this counts at night. But, what we're going to do is go ahead and try anyways. So let's go ahead and try to summon a bee with ex nihilo and generate a hive that way. So let's go ahead and get this bad boy spawned in. So we're going to need a barrel, fill it with witch water, and then we toss this doll into it, or right click it on it. That should spawn a bee. Now I'm going to be able to pick up the bee with this quantum catcher. So that should make it a little bit easier. There we go. We have a bee. Now, let's see if this bee is going to work. So we have a hive, and if it goes into the hive, we know that it's probably not going to work. Let's go ahead and grab it real quick. Let's place some flowers nearby. And then kind of follow this bee around and see what it does, because there is a hive there. Does it work? Do the bees work in the twilight? I really hope they do. That is going to make it so much easier, because we'll get actually, I don't know if that's going to be a good idea because of the cycles. Okay, so the bee did go inside the beehive. Now, I think I can accelerate it like this. Okay, the bee came back out from being accelerated into the beehive. I'm not noticing anything happening as far as us getting any of the materials yet. Unfortunately, like, I really need honeycombs, and I also need so we need honeycombs, and we're also going to need honey. So it went in, and then I accelerate it, and it comes back out. Okay. Okay. But it's not, I wonder if this, it may not work in the twilight. Oh, bees do work in this dimension, because it just popped out, and look what's in there. Honey. Yes, it does work. Okay. So some of the first things I'm going to need, I know this is going to take time to at least get started. We are going to need at least 3 honeycombs, it looks like. Ouch. Which we may get from just this right here. So 3 honeycombs. And then we need to make bee cages, which require honey bottles. Okay, that's pretty straightforward. And then our first beehive is going to require those 3 combs. And that is going to be a regular beehive, I think, because this is a different kind of beehive. These are Minecraft. I mean, I already have a beehive. I already have all of this. I guess I need the frames to progress. Let's go ahead and make the frames real quick, because I'm trying to go through the quest lines. Oh, it just gives us a spawn egg. Well, that's kind of convenient, isn't it? Okay, well, I'll throw you in there so you can also work with your buddy. I think these can support more than 1 bee. And then we need the honeycomb. Okay, so shears. Let's go ahead and just shear this. And this is going to royally make these guys mad. So I need a fireplace. And we can put a campfire underneath. Now that I know this is working. Campfire underneath. And now I can shear this. Get my 3 honeycombs. Yes, things are working. Nice. And go from there. Okay. So, oh, it's going to give us some honey. Perfect. So capturing bees. Let's go ahead and make this bee cage. This is apparently how we're going to pick the bees up. Then we get an extra one for that. So these sturdy cages, right click it on a bee to capture it. Okay. Adventuring can also net you some sturdy bee cages. So keep an eye out. Wonder what that means. All right, the Book of Bees. That is 100% what we need. Book of Bees. This is how we are going to get through this. The big Book of Bees. And yeah, there's going to be a lot of reading here that, of course, I'm going to do, because I'm going to get to explain it to you. Right here is what reminds me of actual bee farming, like IRL, because I've always seen these around where I live. I mean, I know this can work too, but I've always seen them stacked like this. This means we are going to need, now that we have this up and rolling, we need to make ourselves an advanced hive. And it looks a little bit like this. So thankfully, we can actually use these frames that we have. And we can go ahead and make ourselves an advanced one. This right here, a regular beehive. And then this is going to require 2 combs, a campfire, and some shears to make, I believe, and some planks. Good old-fashioned planks. All right. Do I have everything? Oh, I don't want to use my comma. Let's do shears. And I might need to craft some new ones. Yeah. Okay. So, shears. Perfect. Let's just use this. Advanced beehive. Now, the advanced beehive has an interface in it. And I'm assuming we can pick up, like, the bees. Like this method. Like, once a bee pops out, maybe I can pick one up. And hopefully we can get the stuff farming in here instead of inside this hive. Because I think this like prevents them from like turning into actual entities and going all over the place, if I'm not mistaken. Hopefully that's the case. Let's see if I can't get these guys out of here quicker. There we go. Pick that one up and pick that one up. Perfect. So we have a slot apparently here for cages. It says hold for more information. Sneak while releasing the bee to reset its hive position. Interesting. Oh, nope, 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 nope. I don't want to kill you. Can I? Okay, I just did the thing. Hold shift. It says sneak while releasing the bee to reset its hive position. No, quit. Why? Why must you go there? No. It still wants this hive. That's not good. It still wants to go back into the hive. Which, I mean, I don't blame it. Let's get this one. Maybe try this again? Maybe it doesn't take regular bees. Maybe I do need very specific bees. Or we're going to find out. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead, shear this, get the items out of it, make sure that the bee's out of here. And I can do that by like accelerating its time. Go ahead, break the hive itself. Oh, no, 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 don't kill me. No, 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 no. Oh, that bee's dead now. Oh no. I've got to let them reset. That bee's going to probably die. It lost its stinger. Oh no, at least we still have this one. Eventually it will, by the way, stop and won't be mad at me anymore. Oh, the poor thing's going to end up dying. This is the bad part about messing around with bees. Okay, eventually this guy will stop. Okay, it has stopped. I will pick it up. Notice his little bum is... Oh no. I didn't know breaking the hive was going to make him mad. All right, I'm going to try and reset this by placing the advanced hive in here and then getting the bees put back in here, and hopefully that resets them. Yeah, there's our bee just disappeared. Oh no. All right, well, at least we have this bee and it went inside. Okay, good, 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 good. Now to access this, we can see the bee inside and bottles. It does have a slot for that, for you to put bottles in here. And then it should produce over here. Now to expand the amount of bees that we can get inside, that is where we add the expansion that I was showing you in this book right here. It did say you can make an expansion box. It's very simple. Let's see if we can't make that. And there we go. I have an expansion box. Things are getting very bee. And then we can place that on top. And now we have more room for more bees. Okay, 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 okay. I'm getting it. I'm learning. I'm getting there. Maybe I should make a door for this. And let's see. We can probably... Can we make a door out of the Twilight wood? Surely. I want to place a door right here. Wrong way. Let's make the door go this way. There we go. So I have an easy way in and out. That's perfect. Okay. So this right here is our hive. Now, at this point, I think what I should do is just summon in more bees. How about 5 more? So I now have the max number of bees that can now fit in this advanced beehive. So they'll all end up going in there, which is great. And that is producing the honey and all that good stuff. So I need to convert the honey here into a treat. So this honey can be turned into honey treats. Once I have this complete, we get a few more honey treats, but it's telling me that I'm going to need to find nests. Okay, so we are going to need a lot of space for this. And the more I look at this, the more I'm like, yes, we're going to need a lot of space, because what I need is the restrictions have been removed. So I don't have to go and search for anything. We can actually craft the nests and then we can lure them in with the honey treat into the nest, which is great. But here's the thing. I'm gonna need a lot of space because these are all, I believe, craftable nests here. So I am going to need an area that is big enough to contain all of these different nests right here. Well, I'm gonna just go ahead and create a building, I think, here. Building should work. So I think this is possibly going to be big enough. I mean, we may have to expand even with this size. But what I plan on doing is having the roof sort of be like this material here. The roof is going to be broken into pieces. I'm going to break it up into pieces, and then I'm going to utilize some of this canopy leaves on the roof as well. And this is going to be a very, very organic looking thing, similar to how we have this over here, minus the shape. And then we're going to continue covering the sides and everything else. Hopefully I can use the leaves. I think the leaves might fit into this. So now that I have the roof set up, I need to start destroying the said roof. Believe it or not, with it all set up like this, I basically need to wreck this place. Yeah, and make sure it all kind of fits together. Actually, you know what would be a great tool for doing that? This, because it insta breaks. Oh, yeah, that's a lifesaver. That's gonna make things so much faster. So the bee sanctuary is somewhat done, and there it is. Yes, it's very fitting with everything else that's going on here. It's a modern-esque build for the bees. Now, I hope they will stay in this area. Now, this is a entrance right now. Right now, it's set up to house my my bees, but this will eventually change. This is just for regular honeycombs. This will end up becoming open. The glass will end up being removed and all that good stuff. So inside here, we need to start messing with some things. Yeah. Let's take a look. So the things that we were needing were listed right here. So let's just start off with like a dirt chest. Dirt, or not dirt chest. What is it called? Dirt nest. So it's this thing. Maybe we can just search nest and see all of them. Ah, there they are. Okay. So first things first, let's go ahead and just make a dirt nest. Like I said, we'll take the sword, piece of coarse dirt, I'm guessing is what it needs. It shows. And we're going to give it a treat. So I'm guessing we click the treat onto it, or does it have an inventory? Okay. So nest is empty. Use honey treat on it to attract a bee. There is no bee in this location that will move into this nest. There is no bees in this location that will move to the nest. So what does it mean there's no bees in this location that will move to the nest? No bees in the location. Do I have to capture regular bees like this one over here? To lure to it? Is that how this is going to work? Let me try something. I'm going to try and catch a bee. So we have the bee here. I have a nest, and I'll place the bee down. There's no bees in this location. Huh, I wonder if this has to be done elsewhere. Where did the bee even go? Did it already leave? Did I make this? Oh my gosh, it can easily get out. What is wrong with me? No, this is not going to contain bees. I'm probably going to have to reinforce it more. Maybe have this all full fenced. Oh man. So yeah, if that doesn't work, maybe these have to be in the overworld. Aha, so this does have to be in this dimension. As you can see, I just place it down. Okay, use additional treats to speed up, and it says repopulation. Now, I can speed it up, I think, with this. And I'm assuming this cooldown will populate it. And there we go. So, it is inhabited by an ashy bee. Interesting. And what does this mean when it's got the timer on it? Okay, so there's the bee. Now, I'm assuming it goes back in the hive, or we just need to catch it here. This is interesting. So I have an ashy mining bee, and we have information on it. Okay, high position, sneak. Okay, so does the ashy mining bee, because it did tell me that in here it says certain bees will only live in nests and will not go into advanced hives. If they do not produce honeycombs, they need to live in a nest instead, in which this would be the nest. So how does this work? Okay, so I'm kind of seeing the things here. So we do have a breeding chamber that we could potentially use. This is going to require like honeycombs and stuff. And we could potentially make this to do the breeding. Yeah, this would probably be an easier way to do it. And apparently an ashy mixed with a crystalline bee will give us said bee. So basically I'm guessing what I can do is I can use this dirt to lure in a very specific bee, such as the one we just did. Okay, and this is a chocolate mining bee. So then I can now capture this bee, and we can just start collecting bees using the nest. Now, this is just one of the nests. I don't know if all nests are going to be considered equal, though, on what it can generate. So I figured out how to see what spawns what. So the dirt nest, if I do look at what the dirt nest is used for, we can go to bee spawning, and here we go. This is the list. So on these nests, I can see that this dirt nest can produce a chocolate bee, a chocolate mining bee, a leaf cutter bee, and then also we can see an ashy mining bee, which is the ones that we just got. Also all of the other ones are here. For example, this is a blue bin bee. We have all these big, this is a carpenter bee. I love carpenter bees, by the way, in real life. They're pretty nasty as far as the things they do, but they're just like this giant cool bumblebee. Okay, and apparently we can get chocolate mining bees from sand. And then we also have these. Oh, the yellow carpenter bee is the one that I'm familiar with. Gold nest produces a gold bee. And then there's the crystal bee. So I needed to breed 2 bees. I'm just trying to work this all out in my head and trying to figure out how this all functions. And we need this bee to basically breed with just about everything else here in order to get a bee of a certain type. And I'm assuming once we get a bee of the said certain type, then we can start putting them into the advanced machines, the advanced beehives, and actually start getting resources from them. So, what bee should I make first? Thank goodness this acceleration wand really helps. There's the leaf cutter. Perfect. That is the other one we needed from this particular dirt nest. So now what I can do is I can just get rid of the dirt nest. We don't need this dirt nest. Now we can start focusing on getting one of each type, I think. So I just made the quartz nest. This will get me the crystalline bee, or at least so I hope. So we'll put this in. Oh, it says there are no bees in this location. So I think the biome thing still matters. I think we still have to have these bee nests in the appropriate biomes, or at least in this case, I'm pretty sure it's going to have to be in the nether. So let's go to the nether and we'll dial this. And thankfully I have a nice little safe place in the nether. Oh boy, everything like spawned all at once. Okay, so with everything in here, if I place this down, hopefully this will work. It says this nest can attract bees in this location. So perfect. So this is the location. Yeah, they at least have to be in their appropriate dimensions. Perfect. And there is the crystalline bee. Nice. So this is an important one. And apparently we just got an achievement called catchy, even though I've already cut some other bees. Important. All right. I want to try and breed at least 2 of them. Let's see if we can't make that breeding machine. So in order to craft up the breeding chamber, I'm going to need a base upgrade. I think this is getting more into the advanced part of this. And then this is going to require combs. It looks like we can use regular honeycombs, which is good because that is what I have the most of, is regular honeycombs. Okay, so Is it just 4? There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is for this. Any flower. Perfect. And then we just need a rose bush. Rose bush, are you anywhere here in the Twilight Forest? Ah, good thing we can actually grab these here. I'm going to go ahead and grab just a few because these are kind of important actually. All right, so let's give this a craft and we have ourselves a breeding chamber. I'm going to assume this is going to require power. Yeah, so a point probably would be necessary. Let's go ahead and get that crafted up. I love how the new crafting thing shows you stages if you have like multiple things crafting, and it highlights now, which is kind of cool. All right, let's pop this, make sure that is set. Okay, so here we go. We have the 2 places, and as you can see, we can put the actual cages in here, and they will breed. And then you need to put the thing that it requires, the 2 flowers that it requires in order to breed. Interesting. So we can now test this out. So we have an ashy bee, and I know the ashy, if the ashy is mixed with the crystalline bee, that should, let's see, let's take a look at the ashy. If this is mixed, we can, with the crystalline bee, we have a chance of getting a copper bee. Looks like we have a chance of getting a tin bee, aluminum. It looks like all of these different types. So aluminum, iron, tin, copper, and yeah, that's it. So tin, copper, aluminum, and iron. That's pretty cool. The fact that we can get all of those bees just from simply doing this. Now, what does it require? Just some regular flowers, it looks like. So any type of flower. Let's try poppies. Actually, poppies I don't have a whole lot of. I do, however, have quite a few cornflowers, so we can just use those. So if I put the crystalline bee here and the ashy bee here. Okay, did it immediately? Okay, it's if I put that there, I guess it's going to automatically capture it. Remove and put back one of the bees to change output. Interesting. So this is going to produce a tin bee, but if I pull this out, it's an iron bee. So we can actually kind of rotate before we choose. Oh, that's kind of useful. Let's go ahead and make it, see if we can get an iron bee to spawn here. There's an iron bee, and we'll start off with an iron bee. And so I'll do this, and I should be able to speed this process up, of course. And voila, we now have an iron bee right here. And now it says it's a child, however, which I think there is another block. Which one is that? That is going to be the bee incubator. Yeah, of course it is. Why would it not be? So, baby incubator. Let's place that here, and we should be able to put the iron bee in here. Let's see, show recipes. Oh, and we're gonna need treats. Honey treats. I think for that to happen. So we have a cage. It needs 20 of them. That's quite a few. Maybe we'll worry about that later, but that would be how we would do that. That's kind of cool though, that we're already able to breed up bees. So now with this basic understanding of this mod, I think it's only fitting to push forward and start getting into this, but that's gonna have to happen next episode. Guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Of course, if you did, be sure to click that subscribe button as we're getting really, really close to that 550,000 subscriber mark on our way up in this YouTube world. And I can't do it without you guys, so be sure to check that out. Now, guys, of course, it's time to thank the sponsor of today's video. Oh yeah. And that, my friends, is going to be a huge thanks going to Orbiter. Thank you so much for your amazing support, by the way, over on the Discord, becoming a Discord premium member and supporting this channel. Guys, I thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I'll see you in the next one. And of course, as always, thanks for watching.